Chapter 44 of Pass the Damn Salt Please. A typical argument, Rachel and Riley, Part 14. Shouting across the apartment at first. Honey, could you get Patches some more water? Said Rachel. I did, honey. I am just a little busy in here, said Riley. I just looked and her water bowl is almost empty, said Rachel. Listen, honey, if I could have just a few minutes, I am almost done here, said Riley. You said that over an hour ago, said Rachel. Well then, God damn it, if you were just at the water bowl, why couldn't you fill it up then? Said Riley. Because I asked you to do it, and you said yes, said Rachel. Oh, for Christ's sakes, the dog is not going to die of thirst if she doesn't get a fresh bowl of water in the next 60 seconds, said Riley. You know she has to have plenty of water for her medication, said Rachel. $1,000 a month so a dog can piss, said Riley. Listen, Mr. Time Not Motion Man, can you take 60 seconds from your precious life and please fill the goddamn water bowl, said Rachel. Oh, okay, I will. The water bowl is full. Happy? Said Riley profoundly. Thank you. You know we would not have this problem if you just kept on top of things better, said Rachel. I'm sorry? What did you say? Said Riley. I mean, you are a great guy and all, but Riley, geez, it's not like keeping a water bowl full takes a rocket scientist, but you got to keep on top of it, said Rachel. You are criticizing me on my water bowlmanship, said Riley. Well, Riley, you tend to let things like that slide, and then I end up having to either keep reminding you to do it or having to do it myself. And I don't like to do either of those things. Do you think I like being a nag all the time? Said Rachel. Well, you certainly don't seem to be adverse to the role. Oh, geez, Rachel, we're arguing about 2 inches of water being or not being in a dog's water bowl, said Riley. No, Riley, that is not what I am talking about at all. What I am talking about is that sometimes you say you are going to do something and then you simply don't do it, said Rachel. Now that is not true. I do a lot of stuff around here. Where exactly do I slack off around here? Said Riley. Other than Patch's water? Said Rachel. Good God, Rachel, it is a little bit of water that the dog has to wait for a few minutes. It's no big deal, said Riley. It is a big deal to me, said Rachel. Yes, but looking at it objectively, it's not. It's 2 inches of liquid in a metal dish. That's it. Nothing more or nothing less. And whether Patches gets her water now or in 30 minutes makes no difference in anyone's life at all. It's just a dog, said Riley. Listen, all I am asking for is a little support around here. Patches is not just a dog, and you know that, and she needs that water to live. So, if that means you occasionally have to get up off your butt and stop doing whatever it is you're doing, after you have said that you are going to do it, well, then you had better do it. God damn it, said Rachel. Listen, Rachel, I was not put on this planet to be some water boy for some damn dog, said Riley. That is a good point, Riley. What exactly are you doing here? Oh, wait, I forgot. There is your meteoric rise in the insurance business. How has that been going for you lately? Said Rachel. Hey, just because you have been laid off from perhaps the most shitty job in the planet, and I have to work extra hours to pay for the damn dog and her pills, doesn't mean you get to sit here all day and gloat, said Riley. Gloat? Gloat? You think I am gloating? God damn it! I am going out every single fucking day and getting my face hammered in. God damn it, you Riley. You, all I am is asking you to give the dog some fucking water like you said you would, said Rachel. Well, it's not like you give me a chance to say no, said Riley. What does that mean? Says Rachel. I mean, you ask with that poor little old me expression, and if I even hesitate a second, you get this look of martyred despair and disappointment, and then you say, oh, it's no bother, I'll do it. like you are in the final stages of some stage 5 cancer, and then Camille herself would be proud of your performance. So, of course, I say I will do it, if only to keep you quiet, said Riley. That is just so unfair of you, Riley, to make this about me, when you are the one who is not just doing what he says he will do. My father always kept his word, said Rachel. Oh God, here we go again with your father, the paragon of all manly virtue and the standard by which everyone is judged, said Riley. Well, he might have had his faults, but he always kept his word, said Rachel, when he could remember what he said. Let me let you in on a little secret, Rachel. Your dad coasted on what his dad had done. He only kept his word when it was easy for him to do so. Any time he had any troubles, he folded like a house of cards. Your father is a sick, alcoholic man who, if he had to actually make his own way in the world, would have floundered a long time ago, said Riley. That is so unfair, Riley, and you know it, said Rachel. It might be unfair, but you know it's not untrue. You can't judge everything I do to the gold standard of your father, said Riley. Why not? At least he has made more money than you, and he always provided a nice home for Mom and me. There was none of this grad school crap, bricks and planks furniture with Guatemalan wall covering shits I see around here all the time. Oh wait, let us not forget the highly revered African tribal fertility mask that looks like it came from a Pier 1 clearance sale, said Rachel. Well, listen, if your dad is the standard by which you will judge me, let me tell you right now, I am never going to attain that exalted standard. No, better yet, I will never stoop so low as him as a person or a man. Maybe if he had to struggle and not have everything handed to him, he might have made something of his life. But as it is, he is a sad waste of a human being, said Riley. It doesn't matter how he started, but how he ended up, said Rachel. He has ended up a drunk, broken alcoholic who hasn't been out of the house for 6 months, said Riley. He has been sick, said Rachel. He has been drunk, and if what you want is for me to be more like your dad, then maybe this is not the healthiest place for me, said Riley. Oh, you are so clever with the words. The words always that make you the one so clever, so sophisticated, always the good guy. But eventually your actions speak louder than your words, said Rachel. All because I was a little tardy in filling a water bowl, said Riley. No, Riley, you just don't get it. Just because you are clever does not mean you get to have a different set of rules. Patches does not care if you are clever and can speak well if all she needs for you to do is simply what you said you would do. One simple thing. One simple set of rules for everyone. Just do what you say you are going to do without any charming bullshit. Doing one well does not compensate for doing the other poorly, said Rachel. You know, if I wanted a fucking life lesson, I would have simply asked for it, said Riley. Well, excuse me for mentioning that you are anything less than brilliant and that everything you do is less than golden and that you don't ever have to change anything that you do. We'll just wait till the end of the world sees you that your way is the only way to do something and how fucking brilliant you are, said Rachel. Listen, I can change when I see a good reason to change, but I am not going to change when there is no good reason to change or in response to someone who is clearly not thinking straight. I do my part. I pay my bills. I choose what I do or don't do. So just shut the fuck up. And if I choose not to jump when you tell me to jump, well then, that's just too bad for you, said Riley. Riley, there is nothing charming about being a lying, pompous bastard, said Rachel. What did you call me? Said Riley. Let me explain real slow so that even you can understand it, Riley. Lying because you say you are going to do something and don't. Pompous because you are always speaking like you are an oracle to the gods, and someone should be around to record every momentous pronouncement. And bastard, just because you are the most annoying person alive, said Rachel. That is good, coming from a nagging, righteous bitch, said Riley. What did you call me? Said Rachel. Let me return the favor and go real slow, so try and keep up. Nagging because all you do is offer criticism. Righteous because you have no doubt that your way is the only way. And bitch because you are by far the most annoying person alive, said Riley. That is the meanest thing you have said to me, Riley, said Rachel. Well, here's a news flash to you, Rachel. I am getting sick and tired of all this yelling and screaming all the time, so just fucking shut up, said Riley. Well, just keep screaming at me, and that won't be a problem much longer, said Rachel, and I am going where I can get some fucking peace and quiet, said Riley. Slams door. Well, I certainly hope you don't need any water in there, because I'm not bringing you any, says Rachel. Hits door. End of chapter 44 of Pass the Damn Salt, Please. A typical argument, Rachel and Riley, part 14. Written by Dan McLaughlin. Read by Dan McLaughlin.